Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of GIS Answers. Today we'll be looking at a Bigfoot sighting in Nevada, and it's from a police officer and two friends. It's right on the border with California in Esmeralda County, and it's in Inyo National Forest. October 2004, daylight sighting by Reno police officer and two friends on Boundary Peak Mountain. So we're going to look at the BFRO website. 2004, October, in Nevada. It was about 1,000 feet southeast of the peak to Boundary Peak Mountain. Nearest town, Dyer, Nevada. Nearest road is Canyon Trail Road. I've been a police officer in Nevada for over 19 years. In 2004, two of my college roommates called me from Idaho and wanted to set up a climb to Boundary Peak. Boundary Peak is the highest mountain in Nevada at over 13,000 feet. It is located in the White Mountains east of Bishop, California. One of my roommates is a loan executive for a bank in Idaho, and the other is a farmer. We left Boundary Peak trailhead on the Saturday morning of July 4th around at 6 a.m. Around 2 p.m., we were several hundred feet from the summit of Boundary Peak. There were two climbers making their way down the trail towards us. The last 300 feet of the climb is steep with lots of obstacles, and the trail is very narrow. We waited at our location so that the two climbers coming down would have room to pass us on the trail. As we were waiting, I spotted a lone climber making his way across the Rim Rock Trail between Montgomery Peak and Boundary Peak. He caught my attention because he kicked a rock off the west side of the slope of the sheer rock cliff. When the two climbers reached our location, I observed something moving south about 300 feet down from us in a large bowl. The movement was too fast to be another climber because the area it was in was full of small shale rock. This rock is extremely hard to walk in and keep your balance on the steep mountainside. There were also several large boulders in with the shale rock where the trail was that this climber was using. When I first observed this subject, I said out loud, "Look at that guy go. He is wearing a hairy climbing suit." My first thought was that he was some kind of expert climber wearing a modern high-tech climbing suit. All of us looked at what I just pointed out, and there was a dead calm silence among us. We all sat there for about 2 minutes and watched this creature make its way to the trees below us. While I was watching it, I made the listed observation. This creature would run on two legs upright until it came on a large boulder. Then it would crawl over it on all four legs and run for a while on four legs. After a short distance, it would stand back up on its two legs and run until it came to another obstacle. This creature was between 5 feet and 5 feet 6 inches tall. Its arms hung down to almost its knees. The head area appeared to have long hair around the face and head. It appeared to be a light brown color with darker hair around the head and the groin. Once it reached an area of heavy vegetation, we lost sight of it. It took over 90 seconds to reach the vegetation from the first place that we observed it. I asked the other climbers if they knew what it was we had just seen. They did not say anything. My first thought was that it looked like an orangutan. I told this to one of my friends, and they replied, "Yeah, maybe it escaped from captivity." Everyone left it at that, and we all started back up the summit, while the other climbers made their way down. Before the other climbers left, I asked them where they were from, and they said Southern California. As we were going back up, I spotted the other lone climber crossing the divide between the peaks. He was about half a mile south of Boundary Peak. I thought to myself that this climber might have scared the creature from his hiding place, where he had knocked a rock off the cliff. Once we were on the peak, the lone climber met up with us. He was an Asian male. I asked him if he saw anything down the slope of the divide that he had just come across. He said he didn't see anything. All three of us in our climbing party had cameras. They were all in our backpacks when we observed the creature. I initially thought of trying to take my gloves off and taking off my pack to get the camera out. I realized that my camera did not have a zoom on it, and that a regular 35mm would only show a dark spot at a distance of over 300 yards. When I returned home, I told a couple of my close friends about the creature that I saw. I did not want a lot of people to know what I saw because I did not want them to think I was losing it. In February 2007, I bought 10 acres of land about 5 miles from the area that I saw the creature. I did not know it at the time, but this is where I'm going to retire. I was talking to one of the local residents. I told them about what I saw up on the mountain. They did not seem surprised and told me about a local prospector who saw something in the forest that scared him to the point that he does not want to talk about it ever again. So there you have it. A witness, a Reno police officer who witnessed a strange animal, bipedal, but also switching to travel on all fours in a mountainous area. So we'll flip back to the map. Let's have a look. So it looks like quite remote in a mountainous area with hiking trails in Inyo National Forest. So please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, and we'll put on some more videos. Thanks.